Over the last year, I've written a new book, which I'm really excited to share with you today. It's called Fresh India. I've been dying to write this book for years. It's a celebration of all the fruit and vegetable dishes of India. I hope this book will show people how fresh Indian food can be, quick, colourful, with some really big, bold flavours. I want this book to help people eat more vegetables. So I hope you're not hungry, because I'd love to show you how to make a dish from the new book called Rainbow Chard Sag Aloo. This is an Indian staple, a beautiful marriage of potatoes, richly spiced tomato sauce and leaves, usually spinach, but today I'm using this really pretty rainbow chard. I grew up in Lincolnshire in a farming community, so naturally we cooked with ingredients that grew around us. Right behind my house is a potato field, and down the road there are fields full of cabbages and kale, leeks and beetroot. This is a great dish. It's fresh, healthy, delicious, and you can get it on the table in under 30 minutes. First up, we want to get a frying pan nice and hot. When the oil's hot, add the mustard seeds. Now add a couple of sliced onions. While the onions are cooking, I'm going to peel the ginger. You don't have to root around for the vegetable peeler, just take a teaspoon and scrape off the skin. This way you keep all the goodness, which is just around the root, and you don't lose any of the ginger either. Once the onions are soft and golden, grate the ginger into the pan and crush 4 garlic cloves in. Cook the ginger and the garlic for a couple of minutes. Because this is a simple dish, a lot of the flavour comes from cooking the onions along with the ginger and garlic, so you don't want to compromise on the cooking times. I'm using 600 grams or around 6 medium-sized potatoes. Peel the potatoes and cut them into 2cm cubes. Add the potatoes to the pan and coat them in the mixture, and then add around 200 ml or a small glass of water. Cover with the lid and leave to steam through for around 10 minutes. While they're steaming, I'm going to chop a couple of big handfuls of these beautiful tomatoes and prepare the chard. I've been eating this chard since I was a kid because our neighbours in Lincolnshire grew it on their allotment and we used to give it to us by the bagful. Chard is like spinach, but it has a more complex flavour, and it also has these stalks that are crisp and tender, but they need a little bit of extra cooking time, so I'm going to put them in at the same time as the tomatoes. Right, now the potatoes are almost cooked. In go the tomatoes and the chard stalks. Stir, cover and cook those for 5 minutes or until the tomatoes are jammy around the edges. Now it's time for the spices. 3/4 teaspoon of ground cumin, 3/4 teaspoon of ground coriander, 1 1/3 teaspoon of chili powder, 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric, and season with salt. Give it a mix and add the chard leaves. Adding all the leaves at once will feel a little bit like stuffing a duvet into a handbag, but it will shrink quickly. Cover with the lid, leave to cook for a couple of minutes until the leaves are just wilted, and then you're done. Serve with some hot chapatis, a little bit of pickle and some yogurt. And there you have it, my Rainbow Chard Sag Aloo, an easy, cheap and delicious midweek dinner.